guys, it's Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? Okay, you guys, let's get started. This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to go over today. What to expect with all of the executive orders that come. Okay, what to expect when all of these, what to expect when all of these executive orders come to a head. Okay, what's going to be like the final blow? Okay, describe, I want to see he's done so much crap. This is all going to come to a head. I want to see what that looks like. Okay, what's the explosion look like? And then we're going to do some pendulum readings, okay, of questions you guys have, okay? There's probably 1, 2, 3. I just keep collecting these, and then when I get like 10 or so, then I do a pendulum read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had my nose a little bit. Okay. So how close, let's see. Okay, what to expect when all these executive orders come to a head? What's that going to look like? I believe we should use what lies beneath, but let's find out. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit. Should I use what lies beneath for the reading of how this whole thing looks when the Orange Menace's executive orders come to a head? Okay. Yes, what lies beneath are the cards we're going to use. I'd like to order a second one of these because when these wear out, I want another one because I don't ever want to be without them. Just like this one, I'm going to order another one of the True Crimes because I love these cards. And when those cards wear out, okay, I'm going to have to do that because I also love the Lucid Dreams. If these wear out, I want a second one on those. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Spirit. Describe to us what's going to happen when this whole thing of all these executive orders come to a head. Last one. Spirit, let us know everything you can let us know about how this is going to look when the Orange Menace with all his executive orders comes to a head. Because it's all going to blow up. It's based on a glass house and it will fall. And when it breaks and it falls, it's bad. Okay? Like I told you, I lived that life. Okay? With a narcissist. With a sociopath, really. And when that stuff breaks, when it comes down, it comes down, okay? It's not good. Okay. Look at that. When it comes down, there's going to be a big divorce, okay? And the big divorce is going to be the Orange Menace from a bunch of his followers, okay? They're going to be breaking that contract. I don't even need to read anything else. Why does this card come up with the Orange Menace all the time? Or Muskrat. Check this out. Sex shop. Oh God, the word that comes to my head. This is what... All right, I'm going to say it in abbreviation, okay? Because some people will get offended if I actually said the word. These people who want to break up with him and want a divorce from him and from MAGA, they feel they got effed. Sorry about that. But that's exactly what Spirit Team told me. They actually said the word. They're going to feel like, in the end, when all this blows up, they're going to feel like, we got effed. Sorry. But, hey, I'm reading the cards and listening to my spirit guides. Why did they get effed? Because they made some bad choices. Can you believe how these cards are coming up? Unbelievable. Some of the fools are still going to want to keep the secret. Keeping you a secret. Some of these people are still going to want to keep this a secret. They're going to want to still, they're going to still want to be tricked. They're still going to want to be in this. They enjoy, some people enjoy masochism. They enjoy being controlled. They enjoy being manipulated. I've seen it in my family, okay? I've experienced it. I grew up with it. They actually, I think they enjoy it. Like, that's who they are, okay? And you can't break them out of it. Like, they're never going to break out. Some of these people in this MAGA, they want to keep, they want to keep it a secret. They want to stay in it. They don't want to realize crap. But there's going to be a bunch of them. In the end, this is how it's going to end up. That's the crux of this whole thing. When it finally comes to its ending, they're going to feel like they've effed up. And they're going to feel like they made bad choices. And they're going to want a big fat divorce. But you'll still have your 30% who are just... Okay. This is us, the 30% who always knew. Watching the shit show, enjoying the gossip. This is again us. We have some emotional intelligence. That's right next to waiting for the shit show to go down. That's how they came up. There's a whole bunch of people, okay, who were copycats, okay? They weren't using their brain cells. They weren't using their intuition. They just followed along like copycats, okay? That's what their brain looks like. The ones who are just following them blindly following, okay? So you're going to have the ones who are copycats and blind followers, the ones that are going to want to just keep the secrets, just stay in the MAGA fold. Jeez. All right, there's going to be the ones that are feeling they're getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. A bunch are going to feel like this. So again, we're getting close to them finally feeling like this. See, this is exactly MAGA. See how there's that little puppet and there's all the strings? They're going to feel and know they got played. Okay? And manipulated and lied to and controlled. So this is what everything's going to look like once the crap finally hits the fan with him and all of his executive orders, okay? People are going to wake up. Okay, just 1 second, you guys. I got to look something up real quick. Okay, you guys, I had to look up this again because I had to see how it would relate to what's going on. And it relates a lot, okay? All right. I hate when this card comes up, but I'm reading the cards, okay? I'm reading the cards. Tantric sex, okay? It's not, tantric sex is not for the act of pow, orgasm. It's not for that. It's sexual acts, but it's to heal, transform, or enlighten, okay? So, these people, in the end, I don't know if they have to do it through tantric sex, okay? but they are going to need to heal. They're going to need to transform, and they're going to need and they're going to be enlightened. Okay, so once they have healed, they've transformed back into a normal human being, they will have some enlightenment. Okay, so I'm not thinking this as the sex part. I'm thinking of it as the effects of tantric sex, which I guess it still is heal, transform, enlighten. Okay? Okay. And like I said before, the people in this are going to private relationships. To me, this is the part of the healing card. Okay? They're going to want to heal themselves and the relationships. Okay, they're going to be enlightened, finally. They're going to see the light. Okay? So, when this whole thing blows up, all of his executive orders, okay, let's just go through this real quick. His people are going to feel like they were sex shop, effed. Okay? They're going to feel like they made some bad choices. Okay? They're going to feel like they got played, manipulated, the whole thing. There's going to be some, though, there'll be some that still want to keep the secret, who want to stay in the MAGA, okay? There's some that are still going to want to just be copycats. Just stay in, and just, okay. But there's others who are there's a bunch of others because of these three cards. Getting played, getting effed, and making bad decisions. They are going to want a divorce, okay? They're going to want to break up. And there's only 2 cards of people who want to remain in this cult. Look how many cards don't want to remain in the cult. So in the end, this is what all these people are going to realize, and they're going to want a divorce, right? When they get this divorce from him, they're going to need this tantric sex, which is heal, transform, and enlightenment. So once they've healed and they've transformed, they're going to have some serious enlightenment, okay? Also, once they have some enlightenment, they'll be able to restore some relationships, private relationships, okay? For this cult, a lot of people have really broken a lot of relationships. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, girlfriends, jobs, all for this cult. And then there's us. We're just going to watch the shit show go down and keep our emotional intelligence over here because we know what's going on. Okay? So there's going to be, just like the other room, there's going to be quite a few who are going to realize that 40%, oh my God, I have been used and abused. And you do need healing. I've been used and abused by a psychopath and narcissist. And you do have to heal after you that happens to you. You transform after that and you feel a relief. These people, when they come out of this cult, in fact, I can bet you anybody I asked who finally came out of this cult, how do you feel now that you're not in this? They feel relieved. They feel free. They don't feel it until they're out. Just like I didn't feel it till I was out. And I was like, oh my God. I felt so enlightened. Okay. Enough of that. Okay, now for the pendulum questions. Let me put these cards away. And you know what? When I look at my life now, I see why. Like, why did I have all that narcissism in my past life and people who were sociopaths? It was for this work right here. So I could tell you guys from experience. It gave me more tools in my toolbox to be able to do the work I'm doing right now. Another discovery, just real quick before I read that, is I am an artist. Basically, I just call myself a maker more than an artist, okay? because I like to make shit. I like to make stuff all the time. Okay, I don't care what it is. I do painting, I do crafting. I like to make stuff. I like to make all kinds of stuff. I have to always be made. I always have to have a project. Okay, I always have a project on the needles, which means on my knitting needles. I always have a project on painting or a craft project. There's always something going. And people would say, why do you make stuff so much? I'm like, I don't know. I just have to. That's how I live at a higher frequency. I discovered this in the last few days. That's how I've lived at a higher frequency. And so doing all that art for that whole time was just rising my frequency up to be able to do this type of work as a light worker. It also supports me to keep my frequency high. Okay. It also is what grounds me. Okay. So, and now I finally understand, like, why was I doing all this art for this? I mean, since I was little, I've always done art. I've always done crafting. Always. So anyway, was always a dancer. I was a dancer when I was little. I was a dancer in junior high, high school, college. I always danced. Again, that's another form of art, right? So it's always been about keeping, that's how I stay at a high how I stay vibing at a higher frequency was my creativity. And my creativity and my practice of my creativity is what finally brought me to here. And it also kept me open, because if you're an artist or a maker, you're a pretty open person. Okay, you don't see that many real conservative, closed people who are artists. I've met one, which I was very shocked about. Very shocked. I learned a lot from this person with my art, but I was shocked of how closed she was. Not even conservative, but closed. So, all right, let's move on. I just want to share sometimes when I'm discovering things about myself, because that might help you also. Okay. All right. Okay, here's some questions that you guys had, okay? Clear. Spirit, will these cuts affect special education? Okay, good news, no. Will these cuts affect school buses? No. Will these cuts affect the education system as a whole? No. Awesome. Because we want, look at special ed, they need the money, okay, for the special ed kids. What about school lunches? Hello? Those kids need to eat food, okay? We don't need to watch the Orange Menace fly around on his freaking plane, spending millions of dollars every time he starts it up to go to the Super Bowl or to go to that race thing. You could have fed all the kids here in the United States, and no one could never would have to go hungry again, and families, and the people over in Africa who you just took the funds away from. You know, don't even get me started. Okay, let's keep going. Clear. Spirit, will banks collapse in 2025? No, thank God. Spirit, will we have another pandemic this year in 2025? No. And the reason I think that we're not going to have a pandemic, something horrible happening, because he's not doing anything for us not to have a pandemic. Everything he's doing would cause us to have the pandemic, okay? Because what he's doing is a disease could get out of control. But because we know that Biden and Kamala are coming back into this thing, that's what's going to save. Well, we're going to save ourselves as a collective when we all realize we need to get on the right path here, 40%. And then that's when Kamala and Biden can come back in. And that's what's going, the collective of all of that is what's going to save us from having another collapse, bank collapse, or another pandemic. Because the Orange Man, if we let him keep going the way he is, our banks would collapse. We would have another pandemic. Okay? Clear. Spirit, will there be more plane crashes in the United States in 2025? Look at that. Yep. See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm sure the FAA, I'm sure a lot of those jobs will, you'll get them back. But until then, it takes time. There's going to be planes dropping out of the sky still. If I was people, I would not. I'm not flying for nothing. Okay, I don't care what happens in life. I'm not flying. Absolutely not. He just fired about, I don't know how many, hundreds, thousands, something like that, of FAA workers. And some of those people, a bunch of them, were the ones who direct the planes. Yeah, no thank you. Okay. Clear. Spirit, will a large number of the red team turn on the orange menace? Yes. Awesome. Clear. Spirit, is Jeffrey's statement saying we have no leverage, was that a cover against the Republican team? Was that a cover? Yes. I knew it was a cover because that doesn't sound like him, okay? Jasmine Crickets, that doesn't sound like her, okay? Just crickets from the Democrats, period. They want to give them no ammunition because they know they're going to come in. When they come in, they're going to come in hot, okay? They don't need them fighting them the whole way, okay? It's just like when the FBI or the CIA, when they're doing an investigation, they're not going to tell you any information they know so you can fight it or run off. No, they're going to, once they get all their stuff together, they're going to be like this. Like a scorpion. Like Joe Biden is. A Scorpio, okay? And that bite's going to hurt. Believe me, I got bit by a Scorpio once, or stung. It's the most pain I've ever felt in my life. It was worse than the pregnancy, the one I had 2 kids, okay? All right. The most important one. Clear. Spirit, will Kamala be president of the United States in 2025? Yes. Clear. Spirit, will the Orange Menace remain the fake president in 2025? Nope. He will not remain the fake president. I call him the fake president because that's the hell he is. The fake president. Okay, you guys, this video was fun. I needed something, well, it wasn't that lighthearted, but I kind of felt like it was more lighthearted today. I don't know why. But, I needed something a little more lighthearted. For me, that was more lighthearted today. I feel great. My energy was just a little bit lower, but I feel great, you know? So, I just didn't need things to be so heavy today. Like, yesterday was more heavy. Like, it was good, but a little more heavy, okay? So, I needed something a little lighter today, which we had. But still super informative, super good. Okay, you guys, that's it for this one. That's it for today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. Hit the bell twice. Please give me a thumbs up. Comments, questions, anything you want me to read on, leave it below. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace, love, and happiness. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.